Repeat. Mars guys, how do they have to fuss and all this?
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with God. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same, in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption to it, the redemption of our body. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces, like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth.
Repeat. Mars guys, how do they have to fuss and all this?
All right. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who will well and teach well. And I say shalom to the hopeful elect and the Akim out there pushing this word and this truth into sincerity across the four winds in the names of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm your beloved brother Ainah from the GMS Mississippi camp. All right, I'm coming to you. Another quick listen. I brought this out, pray this edifying, quick, fast, and straight to the point. You know, going into it was a video that the beloved brother Manata Zakbag did, you know, going into this bug out, you know, and then another brother, the elder from Dallas, did a response to it as well. So I'm gonna let it play, and then we'll get into it, and we'll we'll let the spirit roll.
Will a Hebrew Israelite please stitch this with a response? In Psalms 22, it says in verse 27, all the ends of the world shall remember and turn to the Lord Jehovah, and all the families of all of the nations shall worship before you. So how can you say, when you read that verse, how can you possibly say that only African Americans and Native Americans are going to be saved when it clearly says right here that all the ends of the world shall remember and turn to the Lord, and all the family of the nations shall worship before you? Rid yourselves of your racism, Hebrew Israelites. You are in the bondage of slavery to your racism. You are racist. You have an issue with white people because of the slavery of our people, and we understand it. I understand that. I can understand that. I can understand the bitterness, okay? But I pray that you come to find the true Jesus. I really do, okay? I pray that you heal yourselves of your racism. You guys are racist. All praise to you.
All right, so this was. I still don't get why this nigga got light in the eyes on. I guess he's supposed to be intimidated or something. You know, your filters do no justice in intimidating us at all when it comes to these scriptures. So you finna receive this spiritual uppercut from Yahweh Bashim Shah. Before we get into it, this is the beloved elder. There's a Quan, but not the Zakba from GMS South Carolina 08. It's his channel here. And then the other brother, Salakia, bro. I know I keep forgetting your name, Zaquan. The elder out of Dallas. Here is his channel. He did a response as well. So it's if I can bring it up. Here it is. Remnant Save 144. Remnant Save 144. So tune in, subscribe, and be edified. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the scriptures. Now, the elders they both did, came from various spectrums on the precept as well, but great edifications throughout the Zaquan for that as well. So in this video here, we're going to stick straight to precept. We're going to break down this precept, and we're gonna break it down, and we're gonna get into it. All right. So first off, let's read it. This is he called for Psalms 22 and 27. All the end of the world shall remember and turn unto the Lord Yahweh, and all the kindred of the nation shall worship before thee. Okay, so first off, let's jump up to see who the Lord is talking to here. Let's jump up to verse 23. This is Psalms 22 and 23. Ye that fear the Lord Yahweh, praise him, all ye seed of Jacob. Okay, all ye seed of Jacob. All right, so you have to be from the line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And then he breaks it down even further. Glorify him and fear him, all ye seed of Israel. So the Lord is talking to the nation of Israel right here. Okay, so with that, now that we know that, let's break it down even more and confirm that the Lord is talking to the nation of Israel. Let's break down this word kindred. Let's get this word kindred. Word kindred goes into mashapah. Mashapah.
Strong's H 4940. Mispacha. Mispacha.
Okay, it goes into family, tribe, people, or a nation, man. Family, tribe, people, or a nation. Now, when we drop down to the lexicon right here, it gives us a few precepts that goes into it where it says a family connection of individual. Okay, so let's dive into that family connection, because to be of a family connection, you have to be of a bloodline or a lineage, right? So let's grab this one right here, Genesis 24 and 4. All right, Genesis chapter 24 and verse 4, it says, but thou shalt go into my country, to my kindred, and take a wife unto my son Isaac. Okay, now who are we talking about here? Okay, the Lord is talking to, this is Abraham talking to, if I'm not mistaken, Rebecca. Okay, so we know that the promise was passed down via Abraham, Isaac, and then unto Jacob, and then Jacob's name was changed into Israel, as we just read. Okay, so we're talking about the kindred of who? The kindred of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, going into the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, so now let's get this word kindred. Let's get to kindred here.
Strong's H 4138. Moledeth. Moledeth.
Okay, moledeth. It goes into birth, offspring, or relatives. Okay, kindred, birth, circumstances of birth. So you have to be of that lineage. And let's scroll down to the lexicon here. It says, where is it? Kindred, birth, offspring, circumstances of birth. Where is the? See, like, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Baba Kashah. The point is, come here is lineage. Lineage. So the word lineage goes into, those that the offspring, or those who birth, or those of the same lineage, or of the same seed. Goes meaning those of the same nation. Okay. So now let's go into that nation real quick. Let's grab Genesis 35 and 11. This is Genesis chapter 35 and verse 11. It says, "And the Most High said unto him, I am the Most High Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come from thy loins." So real quick, I got a quick Google search here, real fast, because we know that we know this, but we got to break it down for the bug guys. So ultimately, Lord wants it to come out for edification. Quick Google search: what nation is being talked about in Genesis 35 and 11? That nation and company of nations. In Genesis chapter 35, verse 11, the Most High speaking to Jacob, he promises that a single nation, the nation of Israel, and a company of nations, groups of many people, shall come from him. Now we know that Jacob, Abraham, you had Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob. Isaac gave birth to Jacob and Esau. But the point is, it's talking about the nation of Israel, because within the nation of Israel, you have a company of nations going into the 12 tribes itself. Okay, so it talks about the 12 tribes. It's that company of nations. All right. Now let's go back to the book of Psalms, because we got to get that first part. This is Psalms 22 and 27. It says, "And all the ends of the world shall remember thee, and turn unto the Lord Yahweh, and all the kindreds of the nations shall worship thee before." So we just went over all the kindreds of the nations, because he wants to keep putting emphasis on that word all and all. He's talking about all the kindreds of the nations, all the kindreds of the nations of Israel. Okay, now it says all the ends of the world. Okay, now let's understand why the Lord says all the ends of the world. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27. This is Deuteronomy chapter 24 and verse 27. "And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among all the nations, and ye shall be few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead you." So we were scattered amongst all the nations of the world. So that's why the Lord said upon all the ends of the world, upon over the whole world, you're going to be gathered. Because if you look at it, like the brother was going into, if you watch soccer, you realize, you will actually really see that Jake is all over the place, man. Okay, the Lord scattered us everywhere due to us falling away and not following him. But we're being brought back. And just in case you want to say that, that's the Old Testament, let's go to Revelation 7 and 9. It says, "And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all the nations and kindreds of people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes, and palms in their hands." Let's got this word kindred here. All right, full A. It says a tribe in the New Testament is all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. All right, and you can't. It doesn't get any simpler from there. Okay, going into the 12 sons, going into the trail of tribes. That word race just goes into basically your nation, and it goes into who you care more for. Ultimately, hey, I just don't despise Esau. I despise all you niggas, man. Okay, I despise anybody that's not of Yahweh Shem Shah. All wickedness, man. Okay. But that's it. I pray that this was edifying to you. Until again, I'm going to say Abba, Kurma Shala, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakadash, Bakatham, Shalom.